What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So earlier today we went shooting. We shot the Desert Eagle for the first time. Now I'm gonna bring y'all inside and kind of show y'all how to clean and field strip a Desert Eagle. So first things first, as always, make sure the gun is empty. Gun is empty. No round in the chamber. Physically check there's no round in the chamber. Now we can send it home. Alright, guys, so first things first, see this little button here? You'll press it through and you'll see right here where my finger is, little plunger pushes through the other side. You'll just flip the lever down, the barrel will come out just like that. You've got your 50 AE barrel. Set that aside for now, and then you'll pull the slide through the front and you'll see the guide rods fall out. Guide rod, guide spring, whatever you want to call it. And then you'll have two extra pieces. You've got your piston head, I guess is what you would call it, and then your guide rod, and then you've got your slide, and then your bolt face. It's got like an AR-15 style bolt. Barrel, slide, guide rod, piston head, and the frame. Now you can take it down farther by pushing in the firing pin right here and then pushing this little piece down, and then the firing pin pops out the back, and then you can remove the bolt by that thing right there. But we're not going to go that far today. We got some cleaning supplies. We've got our cleaning rod. We probably won't use the brush. I don't think, actually, yeah, because of the lock up here, yeah, we might use it. Just kidding. Don't listen to me, I'm a moron. But, we got our little AR-15 style brush. We've got two cleaning kits right here. One's for rifle, one's for pistol. We probably won't open the pistol, but we'll kind of get to that later. We've got the cleaning patches from Otis. These are all actually both Otis cleaning kits. I've got some CLP, and then gotta have the Q-tips. You know how it is. Get into all those weird, hard to get places. So we're gonna start just by wiping everything down, trying to get it dry, and kind of pinch off a patch here. And this is how I clean the gun. If y'all have a better way to clean a gun, then y'all do it your way. Most people say there's more than one way to skin a cat. Just saying. But I'm gonna start down here with the frame. I'm gonna just wipe off, get the grime off there. As you can see, it's rather dirty. Just gonna wipe all the surfaces where you see it's wet and shavings, all that stuff. Most of y'all probably know how to clean a gun. Y'all just need to be shown how to field strip this thing. Because the Desert Eagle is more of a exotic firearm, and if you get them second hand without the manual, it is kind of hard to figure out how to clean these things, how to take them apart, field strip them, and whatnot. So yeah, that's what this video is for, dude. Just to help y'all out, help y'all get some knowledge on this thing. We're just being a little extra right now. I'm just trying to get them all the grime out of here, dude. So down in here, you've got where the guide rods line up, and so I'll take a Q-tip in there for right now, just to wipe it down. Just get a Q-tip in there and wipe that sucker down. It's a little dirty, not too bad. And down here in this spot here, how to use a Q-tip. I don't have any plastic picks or plastic tooth scrapers or whatever the heck they're called, so I don't get the luxury of using that, unfortunately. So we're gonna kind of get down here in the mag well a little bit, because it does look a little wet and grimy down in there. Get the feed ramp here. Make sure it's nice and shiny and polished. We'll come back to the bolt or the piston head and the guide rods a little later. So again, I'll flip it over. You can also go from the top, but I'll flip it over and get the rails. Just get in there, get the dirt, get the grime. Y'all know how to clean a gun. Most of y'all, I don't want to say everybody, but most of y'all know how to clean a gun. And yeah, dude, this thing's nice and dirty. And I only think we shot, I want to say 4 or 5 magazines today. So I mean, I'm gonna snag a Q-tip here and get down in the rails here. Just to kind of get some of that grime out of there. I'm starting to get old, man. My back is all sorts of messed up, dude. I'm gonna use this just to kind of go over the ledges down here where looks like I wasn't able to get with the rag or the wipe. And then we'll take this also and get it down into the piston head zone here. You can also go through the front here. It's not going to hurt anything. Ooh, shoot, that thing is dirty. Here, we're going to get another one. We'll run it down in there. Yeah, it's nice and dirty up in there. Well, I guess that's where all the gases come out, so it should be dirty. Alright. I think I pretty much got it done. I'm not going to get back up in there. I don't see a need to. But if y'all want to get up in there, y'all can. I just don't want to use too many Q-tips. But that's pretty much it for the slide assembly. For the bolt, we can just grab or not the bolt, excuse me, the barrel. You can just grab a pad here or a wipe, whatever you want to call it. Just kind of come down through here. This is where it's the dirtiest, right up in here. You'll get that zone there. If you want to go all the way around it, you can. You don't have to. It's kind of just quick. Do it quick and painlessly. We'll take the Q-tip down in here into where the where it lines up with the right down in there. Use a Q-tip to get down in there. Just kind of get around in there. Alright guys, sorry about that. My camera cut out. I literally cleaned the entire barrel before I realized that the camera went out. On my phone right now, once I can afford to get a camera, I'll get a camera so we don't have to worry about that time frame. But I've got 10 minutes to shoot this thing in one go. So I basically cleaned the whole barrel. I used 2 of these pads because they are the 17 to 25 caliber. And use 2 of those and you kind of push them down through the barrel. And I did say if you've never cleaned a gun before, always go through the chamber, not the crown, because you can ruin the crown of the barrel and has something to do with the accuracy. I'm not a gunsmith, so I don't know exactly the do's and don'ts of that. But learning from other people not to go from the crown to the chamber, or the muzzle to the chamber, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm still a little dirty. Not too bad. This place right here sucks, dude. But I did try to show y'all on camera that there's a little lip down in there. There's a lot of carbon buildup in there. I wasn't able to get. I can't even get it with the Q-tip. I'd like to get some. Oh, I guess I can get it with the Q-tip, just not as good as I thought. I would like to get some plastic dental tools just to kind of get up in there and wipe out all that carbon. Dang, there's a crap load of carbon in there. And then I took the AR-15. I don't know if that's the breach brush or what, but I just took it and ran it through there a little bit. And then I took another couple patches because I did everything backwards. Just pushed them through just to see if they were, yeah, just a little dirty. It's not bad. It should be clean here shortly. Ow. This wire brush on the end. That's another thing I didn't know about these Otises. Just kind of getting off topic here. Is that when you screw on the wire brush, at least on my model, I can't get that motherfricker off, dude. It's stuck on there, dude. I'm like working as hard as I can here, dude. It's just not coming off. I even tried to use a tool to get it off, and it's just, so it's on there, dude. I just gotta go buy another one, I guess. Anyways, yeah, so we'll kind of wipe down up here because I forgot to do that earlier. I was kind of getting ahead of myself. I think we're pretty much wiped down. I mean, these you really don't have to wipe down, but you can if you want to. You can probably wipe this down. It's probably a good item to keep relatively clean, just because it is part of the functioning portion of the firearm. I mean, not to say the spring isn't, but I've never had an issue with not cleaning the spring. So now that we're good to go, we're gonna spray her down, get her nice and oily. I like to be excessive on my oil, so I don't recommend anybody be as excessive on oil as I am. I just kind of like to use the excess oil to wipe down the rest of the parts and everything. There we go. I like to use the brush to rub it in, just that way you get some of the grime off there, and then you'll go back through with a little dry cloth and wipe it down. Start down here on the frame. Might as well just spray a little bit there. I'll go a little halfway up too. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot more than I wanted. But I'll just go through and scrub it in there. It'll help. Also, if there's any rust on there from, if it's an older gun like this is, it'll help you brush off the rust and everything. Like, I go down into the frame just because I'm OCD and like to clean it off where my fingers and greasy hands touch. I like to get it really moist, just to kind of let it sit for a little bit. I'm not gonna get a little bit more just for that spot, and we'll kind of spread it around underneath there. Get it down in there. Alright, so do the same thing on this side. That's a lot. It's like the first spray was like difficult, and now it's just spraying all over the place. That's what she said. I like to get everything anywhere where my hands touch, like I said. Just get it all up in there. And yes, we'll wipe some of this off later, so it's not going to be this moist, per se. So we've pretty much got everything wiped down now. We'll set this aside and let it kind of soak in for a second. We'll come back to it. Alright, cool. Next, hop onto the barrel here. We'll go underneath here with the brush. Spray a little bit in there. Be a little bit generous. Rub it in. Ooh. So we'll kind of try to get the brush down in there, kind of get in there, break up some of that carbon. Spray a little bit more on this side. Ooh, yikes, that's a lot. That's a lot! But we're kind of trying to use it to expand up the rail and everything. Sitting at like one. I like to be a little bit thorough, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Just kind of go down the length of the slide here, the railing, right where the moving parts are. And you don't even have to like wipe this off. If you like to have a wet gun, dude, go for it. Don't even wipe it off, I guess. Too much lubrication is not going to hurt you. Ooh, yikes, that's a lot. Most ammunition now is sealed, so you don't have to worry about your ammo getting ruined by having a wet gun anymore. This is a modern day. And like, even if you find out that your ammunition isn't sealed, you can always go through on your own and seal it with some. You can either use colored nail polish, or you can do clear. I like doing colored, that way I know it's been sealed. I always use red. It's kind of up to you. And then on the outside here, we're gonna spray it on the outside and brush it down and let it kind of sit. I'll probably let it sit overnight, and then we'll come back and wipe it down in the morning. It's no big deal. But we're gonna continue to get the outside here just to kind of wipe off all the grease and whatnot. Get through your hand grease, dude. Yes, I am doing a lot more than what you need to do. When I bought this gun, it was really rusty, so I'm trying to kind of prevent it from rusting again. Oh, yikes. Come on. There we go. It's a hefty safety there. This side's pretty much good to go. The back here a little bit. Try to use some of that excess for the back here. Just kind of brush it into the metal. And we'll get a fresh coat over here. And here's the blue paint. I'm hoping that some CLP in this brush will help remove the blue paint. Because this is more of a collectible item, dude. I love this gun. But I do understand that it is collectible and not really a tool. Like, I mean, you could use it defensively. I'm not saying don't use it defensively. I'm just saying that I look at it more as a collectible item instead of a defensive tool. Even though I think it'd be funny as shit to carry this thing around. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth here, guys. Come on, get off there, boy. Yikes. When I put this in the bag, I didn't think that the paint from the magazines would rub off on it. Ooh, yikes, there's some rust there, dude. Should have rubbed that off too. My goodness, dudes. We're just gonna looks like it is coming off. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, with this being a novelty and collectible for me, I don't mind going through and just wiping down all the metal parts like this and make sure they don't rust. Let's continue to kind of go around here. I think I'm getting a lot of that paint off, so hopefully it'll wipe off later. So we'll let this sit overnight and let it soak in the CLP. If y'all have a newer Desert Eagle and like the made in the USA ones, and you think that you're good to go and don't have to be this, ooh, yikes, we'll rub that in a little bit with our fingers. And you don't feel like you need to clean it this well, don't. With this one being one of the ones made in Israel, its collectability is much better than a made in USA one right now. So again, I just want to get all the parts well lubricated and well protected, because this does, when I'm not shooting it, it does just sit in my nightstand. Yikes. Try to get the brush down in there. Again, guys, y'all don't have to do this. This is just what I do on my gun. Like, yeah, I get it. Guns are made to shoot, made to get dirty, made to get broken, worn. Not necessarily broken, but worn. And I totally understand that. And that's why I went out and shot this thing, because I'm not going to be 100% babying it. I just want to kind of make sure it lasts, because it's already been rusted. And when I bought the thing, the lighting wasn't good enough to see the rust. And so whenever I finally paid for it, I freaking saw the rust in the sunlight and was like, shit. So I went and cleaned that shit real quick. Not too worried about it. Spray the... Yikes. We'll get in there with this, the brush. Kind of just get in there and brush it out. And we'll kind of just get the bolt head here. Get the brush, get this. Good to go. Got a little bit of CLP in there. We kind of just wiped down this area where there was a lot of carbon. Yeah, dude, that's dirty. That's disgusting, bro. But now we got it. Good to go. Good to go. Let's grab some more towelettes. There we go. Just kind of, ooh, yeah, dude, putting that CLP down there just helped a lot, dude. It was dry. When it was dry, it was clean. Now it's just, there we go. That looks better. We're gonna go through the barrel till it comes out clean again. So I'm not too worried about it. All right, here we go. Let's see, moment of truth. There we go. It's relatively clean. We still have two left, so we'll just run them through just because we have them. There we go. Yeah, that's not looking bad at all. Uno más. Down the barrel. Good to go. Alright, cool. Again, I don't think this is necessary, but you can still do it. Yikes. Yikes. There we go. Try to use that and kind of spread it a little bit. Alright, so we'll CLP this bad dog here. Go through with the brush. Brush it down. I like using the Otis brush that comes with the cleaning kit, the rifle cleaning kit. It's just really stiff, and it's stiffer than a toothbrush, like a regular toothbrush. So if you have a regular toothbrush lying around, you can use it. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying I like the Otis brush. You can also go through and wipe down the magazine if that's something you want to do. I really don't care. don't have to. I'm getting it a little moist with my hands because I went a little overboard on it. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this. We're gonna let them sit overnight, and might come back to it in the morning. What's up, guys? So we're back for the next day. We let this sit overnight. I went to bed, and so we're gonna come back in here. You can either use your cleaning patches or a towel, which I'm gonna use this towel that it's sitting on just to kind of wipe it down and clean it up. Start off with the magazine just because it's the easiest part, and I just wipe it clean, and then I'll reapply a small coat of CLP to it once I finish. So we'll just gonna wipe it down, get it all nice and dry and clean. Just give it a nice little hard wipe down. So here in this area here, it's kind of hard to get, so I'm gonna end up using a Q-tip to get down in there. But right now I'm just wiping it dry, just cleaning it up. Again, if you have a newer Desert Eagle, you probably don't have to do this. So just FYI. I have an older one, so I'm trying to just keep it in pristine condition and try to keep it from rusting as much as possible. Get underneath here. There we go. I think we should be pretty much good to go. At least on here. Get this side. Getting ahead of myself already. I've got 10 minutes to push this through, so I'm kind of just trying to do it fast so I don't miss anything. There we go. It's rather dry now. Just wipe it away. The guide rod, just kind of pat it. You don't have to wipe. Really, just pat it dry. Maybe here on the ends you'll wipe it down, but that's it for that one. This one we'll give it a nice little wipe just to get the gunk off of it. So we'll wipe this one down now. Get it nice and dry. We'll wipe off all that crud, and if there's any surface rust on there, you'll end up wiping it off, and it's great. The top here, get the iron sights. Still a little gunked up. I think that's where a casing hit it. I'm gonna be honest. I think a casing ejected and nailed the firearm. But let's see. It looks like the blue paint just came off, guys. Doesn't look like there's any paint on there anymore. Ooh, that is dirty. So again, we're back to not being able to get the edges. We'll come back through with the Q-tip and we'll hit all of them, all the parts again with the Q-tip, but just kind of wiping it down. Looks relatively clean now. So we'll set this aside and we'll work on the barrel. And we'll put some patches through the barrel just to kind of help get some of the excess gunk out of there, even though it's probably not that big of a deal. Take 2 more patches here. We'll jam it through the barrel. Yeah, see, it's a little gunky still, but it's not as bad as it was yesterday, like y'all saw. or last night. It's relatively clean. It's good enough for me. If y'all want to get it to where it's 100% done, then y'all can do that. I'm not in the military, not trying to pass inspection, so I don't care if it's got a little bit of gunk left on it. At least the inside of the barrel. The outside, that's a little different. Look at that. That's the side everybody sees when you're showing it off. There we go. There you go. We'll get the crown of the barrel. Alright, cool. So now we're all wiped down. Come over here and grab some Q-tips. We'll just start on the smaller areas here. Like down in here, wiping it down. Get it all nice dry now. Get the crease. Get down in here. Yeah, getting it clean. Alright, cool. Relatively dirty. I wish I had something little. I mean, I guess I could use patches, but I don't want to waste patches on here. I feel like those patches are more expensive than Q-tips. There we go. Kind of get down into the chamber here. Yikes, dude, that thing's dirty. Nice little, let it soak overnight, and there we go. It looks like I'm getting more now than I was last night with the dry one. There we go. We'll come over here with the slide. We'll get up in here with the up around the bolt here with the Q-tip. There we go, just getting it nice and clean. Again, we'll get here in the railings here. Yikes, dude. I need a new Q-tip. That one's just not working for me. There we go. Just wiping it down. Pretty much gold now. Get a Q-tip down in there. If y'all learned something new today, please like and subscribe. This channel is going to be used for all the firearm goodness that I'm not going to put on my gear review page, because the Nazis over at YouTube are trying to limit or destroy gun content on their platform. So, oh yeah, y'all need to see that. There we go. Ooh, there's still a little bit of gunk there around the top of the barrel here. Just wipe it away. I mean, there's still a little bit of carbon there, but it's not bad. Barrel's done now. We're gonna take a Q-tip and get into all these little areas here and here, kind of just to wipe away the crud and everything. And right up in here, as y'all can see, that's a little reddish color, so that means we're getting some rust. At least that's what I've been told. Yeah, you'll just take the Q-tip around into little crevices and everything and make sure that you get everything nice and wiped down and everything. You take your Q-tip down into the little area here where the guide rod goes in. Kind of just wipe it down a little bit. Get down into those little crevices. We're basically done wiping off all the gunk. We're gonna add a little bit of COP here on the slide, on the frame, where you can see where the slide is running back and forth, where there's wear marks. So we got the little straw on there. Spray a little bit back here, and you'll take your finger and just kind of rub it across. Just a light coating. And if you get too much, you can wipe off the excess later. Use a little bit of what on the other side. I just like to spray it here at the back. Oh! You know what, screw it. We'll use it without the straw. Want to be a pain in the ass. Alright, so then just take it, just spread it all the way down to the front, and then we'll wipe off the excess if there is any excess. Kind of just try to, there's a little bit of wear in there from the springs and whatnot, so we'll spray a little bit in there. Use our finger to apply it. We're gonna get a little bit into the hammer here. I'm gonna try to wipe off all the excess and kind of just get it on all those parts. Much rather be over lubricated than under lubricated. That's what she said. But yeah, get all that, and then you'll come over here to the slide here. You'll do pretty much the same thing, just spray a little bit and then rub it into that piece right there. You don't have to put it on both the slide and the frame, but I'm going to, just because I like to be thorough and make sure I get everything. So we'll just run it down with our finger. And then this side now, just spray it. Oh, that's a lot. Yikes. Alright, well, you just sprayed too much, but we can kind of use it everywhere just to make sure everything's nice and lubricated. Kind of wipe it out the back if we have too much. And just, there we go. Put a little bit in there. On the barrel here, I like to put lubrication here, just because I like to be over cautious on the wear, even if it's not in that area. Kind of in the lock here, we'll put a little bit here just because we got a little extra, but definitely want to probably down in there. Probably a lot, but let's see if we can't try to repurpose it and use it for that whole area. And we can always wipe it off later. We don't have to stress too much about it. I'm poor, don't like to overuse stuff. We can rub a little bit on here. And now we're ready for the reassembly process. So I like to start with the plunger here in the front here and just kind of rotate it to the flat side is there, because that's how you line. Take this little edge here, slide it in there where it belongs, and if it's in there and this piece doesn't pull out, you know you're good. And then I like to take the slide or the frame upside down on the slide here and hold the guide springs in place with my thumb. Push up here if you have to. Just kind of slide it in, and you'll rotate it over and make sure that they get into the little notches, because they don't always get in there. I think we're in there. Yeah, I think we're in there now. You see down in there, they're in the notch. And I like to pull this back a little bit because I'm a Glock guy. And I'll slide the barrel back in the way it's supposed to. Slide it back, and then I'm going to use the table right now to hold it in place. And you'll lock it up to a slide function test. And you're basically done now. There's a lot of excess from my hands. We'll wipe that down with the rag we've got, or with the towel. Just wipe it down. Nothing big. Make sure you get it dried, all the excess, and then you're pretty much good to go from there. Alright guys, that is the disassembly process and cleaning process that I go through for my Desert Eagle. If you have a newer one, like I said, you probably just have to clean it, put some cleaner on it and wipe it down, and then freaking lubricate it back up. Anyways, guys, that is my Desert Eagle. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. All my firearm content will be on this channel, like I said before. I also run Dome Tactical Reviews, where I review gear and bags and such. If y'all like that kind of content, y'all can go over there and check it out. Right now I just have my Benchmade knife review on there. I have a Benchmade Atomos. It's over there if you want to check it out. Anyways, guys, y'all have a good day.